Hi everyone, as you can see we're out here again at Heathcote Park Raceway. Second time this car's been out and we're hoping for something big. King of the Street was yesterday, so the track is absolutely on point. We've got the nitrous on board, which means we should be able to get off the start line, so let's get prepared and let's get out there. Happened then. I can see double red lights on the fucking Christmas tree. I don't know if I've dropped oil or something, but fuck, it felt good. Actually felt quick. So hopefully I haven't dropped oil or done something. But we'll certainly find out, because someone will yell at us. It was way too rich. Hey? Oh, top of first, top of second. Yeah. Did I drop oil or something? What happened? Hey? Oh, okay.
Not oil, but something. About 9A.
Oh, shit. All right, we're done our second pass now. Don't think I debriefed after the first pass. Pretty busy in that, getting sorted. Tough when you've got, I've got absolutely no crew today. I'm by myself. Darren, who helps sometimes, he's over there, but he's got his own car and no worries to sort out. So I'm trying to cook, turn the car around and film, which is making it super hard. Now, this was the first pass and this is the second pass. So what I've noticed in the data, hang on, let me just turn these bloody snags here. Cooking up a right old feast. Get off, get off, get off. That looks like it's coming in well. Wonder if that black stuff is the coating of this. Find out. Hope it tastes good at least. If it is the black coating, don't know what it is, enamel. I've eaten plenty of enamel paint before, so could be all right. So first pass I noticed that it was just way too rich almost everywhere. Now, the difference between the first rotor and the second rotor in this is that the second rotors need a little bit more fuel. So I have compensation on where I add more fuel on the second rotor. Loud rotaries. A couple of loud rotaries out here today. So what I noticed on then that second pass was that EGTs in the top end were starting to really dive in on the second rotor, which means almost that rotor's not. That rotor's not really firing properly. So what I've done is taken some fuel out of that compensation, taken a little bit of fuel out before. I've even put a little bit more boost into it, and I've put a little bit more boost into on the leaves. So we ran 9.3 with it not really running right. And now we're going to have a little bit more power on the leave and a little bit more power down the top end of the track and in the middle of that. Hopefully that's the recipe for us, maybe even to run an 8, fingers crossed today. So, all right, I'm going to have something to eat. I'm going to check tyre pressures, oil, fuel, all that kind of stuff, and we're going to go out and ready to do another pass. Oh, look at my lovely hair. In the staging lanes, looking to do a third pass now. Put a little bit more boost in on the two-step, a little bit more boost down the track, tidied up some of the fueling, so hopefully, all fingers crossed and things go all right, that goes good. All right, a few cars to go, let's get suited up. Bit loud, you might not hear me. So they asked us if we could go on the right lane. They said it was going to be better on the start line, we get a better launch, but we did not, and that lane is not the lane to be in. So next time we will say thank you, but no thank you. We'll stick to the left. There's a couple of bumps. It's pretty bumpy that lane, and I can hear it unloading the tyres and turning it a bit. So oh well. It's still running, it's still running. So we'll look at a bit of the data and we'll see how we go. Now I wonder how quick it went because they're all dancing around like fools. So let's see. No, it did not. Get the fuck out of here.
He said don't go in the right lane, he said keep this in the left lane, said it over the speaker.
He said
try the right
get in the right lane, it's going to 60 foot better, and I heard it go and then it was like every bump it was like boop, boop, and I'm like
you could hear it bouncing.
it was 100% pegged to the board. I didn't care, whatever, I'm not getting off it.
You could feel it.
Yeah. No, no good. Yeah, cool, no dramas there. I'll give it a crack anyway, but yeah, no, not.
I saw you get off the concrete on them. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. No, it's good. Yeah, it still went good. It was much cleaner. Yeah, 33 mile an hour in the back end.
Well, that's an age, surely.
Yeah, well, it went 152 in the right lane. It went 146, I think, with way less power in it on the left lane. So yeah, cool. Good stuff. Woo. Well, we are now a bee's dick away from running an 8. So you can see there it turned the tyre off the hit 1.5, and then it went 5.9 to half track because it was so bumpy, and then in the back end, woo, she went. So get this sorted, get that first half of the track sorted in the left lane, and we should be good to rip. All right. So before we go out there, we've got to fix this, which has left a bit of a mess all over the place. I think one belt's moved and yeah. So just got to undo that there and pull it off, and it should be good to go. Track's just going away a little bit on the start line, so a little bit misfirey still the top of first gear. But geez, it felt faster than the pass before. Top end was 3.1, air fuel ratio, so very rich, so I think I probably would have went slower than that pass even, last pass, but see. Gonna have to turn down the launch RPM a couple of hundred, I think, just to get it out of the hole. Go back to those 14560s. They're better than 15560s, and you know, not accelerating. So, all right, let's stop and see what we did. 9.8.
What about if you lower the two-step down a bit?
Oh, I have to, yeah. The truck's just going away a bit. 60 foot 2.0. Yeah, good. At 151 mile an hour, like it was just slow, full stop. It was way too rich up top, so.
It felt alright up top.
It was okay, yeah. I mean, it went 30 mile an hour. The one before it was like stonking went like 33, but it went good. But
what's
yeah,
two-step set at?
6,900 and I don't know, something like that. So I'm going to turn it down. Quick again, start line, just need to work on, we're at that straddling point where if we lower the two-step anymore, it'll just bog, it won't go. But if we put too much in it, it's blowing the tyre, so what do, you know? Yeah, oh well. We might have to look at the boost ramp, but it's doing it pretty much on the hit. It's then gripping and going, so maybe start to play with tyre pressures and stuff.
154 mile an hour.
154?
Yeah.
Went back again, that's good. At least... hey?
9.3.
9.3? Yeah.
16960. I put you in the good spot and you ripped it all up. The truck's bare.
Yeah.
Right where you left.
The track's done. The track's done. Right, so that's our day at Heathcote Park done and dusted. Well, what can I say? We come so close to running that 8, but I mean, even running 890s or whatever is probably not the goal. We want to run probably 850s or even quicker in the very short term. As you can see with drag racing, when cars start making a lot of power like this, it isn't just so easy just to put the car on track and send it and away it goes and it runs PBs every time. You have a lot of things such as tune-up. I'm still learning with this thing, still getting on top of it. But the other thing you have trouble with is your chassis setup tuning. It's not just the engine tuning making all the power. You've got to put it through it. Looks like going back on the data on that, we might have actually topped the shock out. We made a fairly aggressive bar change in the forelink before we went racing after the last time. So you can see on some of the videos it separates pretty quickly. And it seems to almost be a full extension almost to the shock. It tops the shock out after about 30 foot. So we might get Shockworks to put a longer rod in the back. We might take the bar angle a little bit out of it, increase the spread, try and slow it down and maybe not as much separation. Might raise the ride height to put more weight over the back, but engine tuning, chassis tuning, and then the racetrack, all those three things have to come together to actually run really quick times, especially in an engine like this where we can't really just do, you know, we don't have huge power and huge torque off the line to just power manage stuff like maybe a big cubic inch V8 sort of does, where they can turn it right down and then build up some momentum and turn it back up again. This thing's got a huge turbo. We have to leave the line under a fair bit of power to make it actually work. So we're really up against it. Having lots of fun doing it, but it's super great to be able to get out there and do some more racing. So I think Jamboree's coming up in 2 weeks in Sydney. That'll be an awesome event. However, I'm not going. A few people I normally go with can't make it through various circumstances and that. So I think we might actually head out to the racetrack and give this another crack. So hopefully it's not so hot again. Realistically, when it's 32 degrees like it was yesterday, you know, in the heat of the day after about 1 o'clock, between like 1 and 4:30, 5 o'clock, the track's, you know, it's not the track's fault. That's just absolute direct sunlight on the track and it goes off a bit. You know, Lance is going to put lights in the track later on, which will mean there'll be some night racing. And King of the Street on Saturday, the day before we did the test and tune, about 7 o'clock at night, the track was phenomenal, the best it's ever been, the guys at Heathcote said. So if we could do some night racing this and the track is absolutely on point, we'll be able to really turn it up and set the screws to it. So yeah, this has been lots of fun. There will be another video coming out, depending on where you're watching this, on Broomy's Garage YouTube channel, going through the data like what we will. We'll debrief every race later on in the week, so watch out for that. And yeah, until next time, keep watching and hopefully see you at the track soon.